Tenochtitlan's twin city, Tlatelolco, was home to a marketplace that put European bazaars to shame. Bernal Diaz, Hernan Cortez's chronicler, wrote, "We were astounded. Tens of thousands traded everything from obsidian tools to cocoa beans to slaves marched in chains. Merchants even used goose quills stuffed with gold as currency. And while Rome had gladiators, the Aztec had vendor inspections and courthouse arbitrations. Elite traders traveled far and wide, some doubling as spies. They paid taxes, gave rulers intelligence, and climbed the social ladder. Moctezuma II, who met the Spanish with fatal politeness, lived in a palace with 300 rooms, exotic zoos, libraries, and botanical gardens. When nobles addressed him, they went barefoot, eyes down, calling him, quote, Lord, my great lord. He dined behind a screen like a sacred influencer and paraded underneath a feathered canopy, because subtlety is for the weak. After a new king was selected, usually the supreme general, he had to prove his worth through a coronation war. If he won, prisoners were sacrificed in a gory ceremony atop the Great Pyramid, blood flowing down the steps like some nightmarish champagne toast. With nearly 80 wards, the empire could raise about 30,000 soldiers at the drop of a headdress. Military orders, jaguar and eagle warriors, donned beast-themed battle gear and indoctrinated youths in story-filled lodges. Even commoners could rise in status by catching 4 foes, earning cotton clothes, sandals, and palace access. Campaigns began with conch shell fanfare and god banners. They progressed to armies of regulars, allies, and forcibly conscripted vassals. Some expeditions, flower wars, were basically supply runs for sacrificial altars. His reign was a public relations disaster, and 5 years later, he was allegedly poisoned, possibly by his brother Ahuitzotl, who overcorrected in the most Aztec way possible. Ahuitzotl's coronation featured the sacrifice of 20,000 captives. Priests ripped their hearts from chests with obsidian blades, flung corpses down temple stairs, and mounted skulls on racks. All this done with the utmost reverence, of course. Priests believed they were sustaining the cosmos. Commoners could rise, warriors could shine. But there were no Roman-style assimilation of conquered peoples, just tribute, fear, and sacrificial quotas. When Hernan Cortez arrived, local tribes practically handed him a how to topple an empire manual. In the end, the Aztec, like the Toltec before them, were devoured by the very machine they built. Their blood-soaked glory, forged through conquest and devotion, ultimately ensured their downfall, whether by Spanish steel or the fury of their own oppressed.